Hello and welcome into MFL with Laird. I am Andrew Laird. Joined today, I was going to call you my nemesis, but I feel like nemesis only almost implies we're equal, and we're just not there yet. But Hamez, good to see you as we get ready for our big match later in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, good to finally actually be speaking to you rather than messaging you on Discord going, "Why is your stream at 3 in the morning?" But
In fairness, I believe I had a 1 in the morning recently as well. So
yeah, that's
um,
no use. Like I like my sleeping more, I'm
that's
afraid.
fair. Totally fair. Totally fair. We're here today because there's two reasons. One, you beat me all the time in MFL, and I need to find out why. And two, I think I'm the last guy you haven't streamed with.
Yep.
Is
I've
that right?
now I've now got the Infinity Stone gauntlet of all. Yeah. So it's like, I must be one of the few that can say they've done like the Yorkshire Tea. Now I've done you. When Dirk's Meet the Manager, when Dirk Proper, Ryan's Meet the Manager, the Ramble, and I'm Reezy. So unless I start speaking German, I feel like I've collected the set.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for coming in. Pico player first. Kev Hurd, good to see you. It's been a minute. And Sean, good to see you. Ishmael, what's up? Slippery Fish, finally an Australian friendly stream. Finally.
Yeah.
Sid, Jimbo, which one of you will concede 6 goals tonight? Oof. And SR Burrow, good to see you. We were talking just before we actually came on, and I was like, "How's it going?" And you immediately did what everybody does when they play MFL, and you were like, "I hate this engine," and I hate to say this, I love it,
Yeah, I know you do.
and I'm going to take no credit for this to be honest. So, I may have gotten some help from someone.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to hide. I know who it is.
Oh, okay, okay. So, I lost. I don't know if I lost every single match in the opening day, but I did not win a game. And I was like, this is really bad. Like, I don't know what to do. And Sid reached out and he was like, hey, try this. And I've had phenomenal results since in most leagues, at least in the teams that I care about. And I think the thing that I loved the most about the change of this engine is that 4-3-3 has been knocked down a little bit, and to put it lightly, and I have so few wingers in my agency that I always struggled putting. I felt like I was forcing 4-3-3 into my teams, and this is actually something that I think you touched on when Dirk, like the recent time you were on. You guys were talking about how powerful 4-3-3 is, and Jimbo obviously can't stand it because 3-5-2B struggles against it. And then I was actually listening to I don't know, whatever. But essentially, it was like, is 4-3-3 too strong? Was the conversation as I was catching up, and I'm sitting there like, yes, yes, because like I couldn't play it, and I was just getting crushed on it. And then all of a sudden, this engine comes around, and 4-3-3 looks like it's been neutered, and so I love it. And so I hope they never change the engine from this.
So wrong.
Do you? Can you? I don't want to say like, can you admit? Do you think that 4-3-3 was?
No, it's been definitely too strong. Like,
Okay.
yeah, but it now feels very much like everyone complained that cutbacks with 4-3-3s was too strong. Yeah. This end, we are now at the stage where crossing, so it's like if it's an indirect free kick cross, a cross, or a long ball, is worse and more often than the cutbacks were.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm getting people telling me we're getting like, oh, the goals are a lot better, and we're getting this. It's like 1 in 2 goals in Diamond are from a long ball or a cross. You're telling me that's variety. Like, you can watch a highlight and you'll know this yourself. Your left back will get the ball, he'll ping it over to someone on the right, who'll then pretty much take a touch, ping it into the box, and your forward will either bang in a volley, take a touch, bang it in, or your winger at the back, like your wide middle, take a touch, bang it in. And it's like, it's just like ping pong with my 43 passing players. And I'm like,
it's the greatest engine they've ever had. Let's be honest here. This is the football we want. No. So somebody had mentioned this to me a couple games ago, where it was like, there are too many of these, like, they're not quite sideways, but these like cross field passes. And I was like, I'm not sure I'm seeing them. And literally the next like game I had, I scored 3 goals. It was my right mid passing to my left mid, my right back passing to my left back, and then my left mid passing to my right back. Those were the goals. Like, the pass into the box, I guess you could call it a cross. I mean, it technically is, I guess. But, and I was like, I don't think, I was like, an outlier. Just somebody told me this is happening a lot. It happens, maybe not now. And I was like, a confirmation bias. And then like 5 days later, and I'm like, oh, this is exactly what's happening everywhere. And as someone who has tried to play the last few seasons with wide mids and not wingers, it's super frustrating when the wingers are just killing everybody and the wide mids are worthless. And now it's their time to shine. And you guys just don't like it, except me and Kev.
Yeah. Well, it's just because the wingers being strong made sort of sense, because the wingers are pacey and the wingers can dribble. So having them being effective at running at your fullbacks and like dribbling past them makes sense. When I've got like my AC2 Ruse and Spark, when they're 52 passing left back, like my 52 passing left back pings a 70-yard ball across to like my 61 rated player, that shouldn't be happening to like 100% success. They shouldn't be pinging the ball across the box within the 40s. like what are we doing? Like, it's just I think I get it more. Like, I see it more because I've watched every Diamond game again, and it's literally I click on one and it's like, well, I wonder how in this 3-0, I wonder how many goals will be from long balls or crosses. And like Dio had one where he won 3-0. The first one's a diagonal from like left back to right mid. The second one's right mid to left, like right back to right mid, left mid, like another ping. And then the third one's a long ball that the goalie like shoots, deflections, comes back, and the striker scores. And you're like, woo! Like, so exciting.
I actually will add a little wrinkle to this, that I've had situations where right mid passes to left mid, but they're on opposite, like they're on the wrong, I don't want to say the wrong wing, but like my left mid is on the right side and my left mid's on the left or whatever. And then but they still link up. And I was like, this seems like it's probably not right. Sounds like the words of a scorned lover of the 4-3-3 heavy engine.
Yeah, I mean, those ones make sense. Even last season, it took like a while to figure out what was going on, but last one was actually probably the most even in terms of like goals that I've seen, and like
in terms of like diversity of how they're scored.
Yeah, after watching like 132 of like the Diamond ones and all of my games through 10 teams, so like way over, like what, that'll be like 1,500 games I watched on that one, and you get a heck of a lot more variety in goals than this one. This one's just cross heavy. There's a like, and Kevin know that because they told me for like a week before the season, you need left and right mids because their long balls are like really strong. But I just, because I'm a winger, like, well, I guess I'm monkey, sort of so winger focused, that going through 10 teams and buying what, 3 players a team, 30 players from Flint to Iron level isn't the cheapest, especially when everyone now knows they're the players to go for. So it's like, don't really fancy spending $70 on a 1-season buy of a left and a right mid player for Iron.
Is it just that Kev said didn't listen to me? Is it so I like this comment from Dan. Like fullback AI is a disaster. So many times they come inside while the long ball is being played wide, leaving a wide mid completely open for a key chance. So do you think it's more of a? I mean, it could be both, but is it more fullback defensive reactions that are allowing this to happen, or
Well, probably because they worked on the defensive AI because the wingers were so strong and the wingers were just abusing them, so that they're really clocked on to wingers. But it now seems like they're clocked on to what the wingers will do in the dribbles. But this long ball that gets punted at them, they're like panicking and like almost running out the way rather than trying to like. Because I reckon in our game, I mean, it's no surprise I will be running the 4-3-3. But if I score, even in the 4-3-3, I reckon it'll be a long ball from the fullback, the left or right back to the opposite winger.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what it'll probably be. And if it's not, we can celebrate because like we have scored we've scored the odd one out.
Right. So how have you tried to react to this change? Now, like I was talking to Man United Toby about this because he has long hated wide mids in the game. And he kind of sometimes runs some funky formations. He loves a center forward. And he was saying he just can't stand that the how did he put it? Basically, that the engine essentially doesn't allow him to play the way he wants to play and the way that he's been playing, which feels very similar to kind of how you're speaking, that you had a setup that through the 4-3-3 that allowed you wanted to play that way. Well, actually, let me rephrase. Did you want to play that way, or is it just the engine's
No, I quite
4-3-3 makes sense, so you should just play that one?
I quite the way I first started with the 4-3-3. I kept messaging folk. It was the punch in the face, in which I would sit back and counter, and basically you would have 3 xg and like 25 shots. I would have like 5, but I would be winning 1 or 2-0 because you're shooting all around 25 yards out, whereas I'm shooting around the penalty spot. So it's like you may get loads, but you're not going to score. My whole team's there, and I'm quick counter-attacking you direct, getting the ball out wide, abusing the pace, and then getting it into my striker who just stands in the box. So it's like my favorite thing was when I get battered but I win.
Yeah.
It's like a punch. So it's like the punch in the face where it's like you think you should win but you lose. So it's always quite nice. But
okay, Mr. Diego Simeone.
yeah, I can see why he does it.
Yeah, I mean it works. Dom said, I would love to play 4-3-3 possession-based football. The way we had to play the 4-3-3 was ugly as well, though. It was effective, but not as nice on the eye. So the thing that Toby was saying is that he likes to play controlled. And he mentioned it in a live chat. I think it was last week. And everybody's response was just like, you cannot play controlled in this engine. Like you can't do it. And he's like, I don't want to play direct. And so now we're at this point where you can't really play the way you want to play because the engine, I guess, it just hurts you too much doing it. Is that how you feel now?
Pretty much. Like I think even last season when I first had Castle like from Bob, I got a go. Like I switched to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow for fitness reasons, and in one of the games I scored a goal that was like 15 passes from like center backs to DM back to see it like, and just like literally like just constantly like Barcelona sort of ping 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 to the cam, to the striker, back to the cam, back to the other striker, then like past it across and goal. I was like, I've not seen something like that this season at all. Like a passing goal. It's always the you can get a passing move, but it always ends up with a long diagonal and then a cut. Like if the long diagonal comes to a cutback or a cross, it's still a long ball. Like
right. Yeah.
Like that's caused the danger. You're not as bad as it sounds, you're not creating the chance. You're basically pinging a long ball over, the defense runs away, and then you just run away and score. It's a bit sort of anti-excitement when you watch a game and I go, there might be 2 or 3 cross goals here. Like maybe a penalty if we add some spice.
Do you have more crossing on, or do you think it's just kind of
Oh yeah. Now,
naturally
now,
happening?
now I have like it on a lot of the guys. Like I even last season, I found crossing to be somewhat strong. But like Brian or oh yeah, sure, that's doing the Amigos. He beat my castle in like a practice match, and he had 65 crosses in the game. Like the game's 90 minutes, he had 65 crosses, and you're like, it's literally death by cross.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I but I feel like you. I thought it was you who mentioned this. So I finished your episode of When Dirk, which was like 3 weeks ago, but I finished it yesterday or a couple days ago, and I feel like you mentioned something about crossing a ton in the box, and you're like, I just need one or two to
Yeah,
get in. So isn't it
yeah.
the same
Like
thing?
I would say it's slightly different because nowadays, like that's crossing. So that's when I'm outside the box, like in line with the box to this, like the touch line, and I'm actually crossing in like a corner. This is my left back standing at the halfway line,
Fair.
punts it to the other side of the box. Yeah, and you're a bit like, that's not quite a cross, but it's literally like a bang, bang, goal, and you're like, yeah, what can I do? I've had it on as compact as you want, so everyone's in the box. That's not great because what does being compact do? Leaves the wings open.
Right.
So the crosses just become more. But then I tried extreme sort of like, or not compact, really wide, to try and block the cross, like
Right.
from getting it. No, that just leaves the middle open for the cross. And it's like,
So is it just really the fullback behavior?
the fullback behavior might be an issue, but like because even at the top levels, like Ronan is struggling with it, and you look at his like Ben right back and Kavac, like the left back, who are 97 odd rated, 99 pretty much in most stats. They shouldn't be dumb when it comes to long balls.
Yeah.
They should be pretty dominant. They're the best fullbacks in the game.
Have you looked at how five in the back teams, like, are they allowing fewer crosses? I know there are not that many of them that
I
you
mean,
would look at, but
yeah, I've not really found one that's like it's hard to tell at the lower divisions because it's like
yeah.
if you're in Spark, you can be like I'm running 58s and 60, one of 60s in one of my Spark teams, and I'm up against 74s, 75s, 76s. So it's like the lower divisions is really hard, and the higher divisions there's so few.
Mhm.
But like, you'd almost be wanting like proper Simeone ball, like five at the back with like two DMs and a deep center midfielder, and then just two strikers that you can just tell, just do what you want. We're
Yeah.
just going to punt the ball to you to just get as many folk in the box as you can. But it's just, it's been punching a wall to try and stop it.
Um,
Uh,
for those of you who are watching live, we've got, let's see, 26 minutes before Hamez and I face off. And Hamez has, so I thought you mentioned our record against each other, or
yep.
your record against me. And I don't think it's right.
Have I lost more?
What? No, no, I don't think I've ever won.
Yeah, you've won once. You've
Did
beat me
I?
once. Yeah.
Hmm.
You've beat me in ice with Jambos versus your nine. You've beat me once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the history of this is that so this whole I've beaten him once. I think we've played 12 times
13
or
times.
13 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not like one win, 8 draw. It's like 12
we've
losses for me.
we've never drawn.
No. And so our teams were in ice together. Hamez got promoted. Then I was like, thank God. But then I got promoted. And I thought were you close to going
Yeah.
up?
I came third, but was like I'm like the team's not iron level. It
Yeah.
just played really well last season. It just scored loads of goals. Because the top two, I think I was like 13 or 14 points off second.
Jeez.
But I was like 15 points above fourth.
Yeah.
So like the
Yeah.
Jambos were just in a world like they were on their own for majority of the season.
Oh, I remember you
Uh,
showing me that. You were like,
yeah,
you're basically
yeah,
stuck in third. So our ice, when we were in ice together, back-to-back seasons, the top three got promoted.
yeah.
And then I think it was the season after is when I got promoted, and I got promoted through the third place playoff, I believe. Um,
Mm. Where
and
were they? Where were they projected again?
uh, probably first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I kept winding you up that you're supposed to be winning the league here.
Yeah. And I still have never won a league. But the one season where we were not together, I'm fairly certain Jambo's played. It must have been Empire FC in the cup.
Yeah, one of them in and in the Masters qualifying.
Yeah,
I played your team. I played one of your teams twice, 2 or 3 times.
yeah,
Yeah,
and just
knocked them out every time.
yeah, every time, every damn time. I'm not going to give myself any credit that you prepare differently for those matches, but I would like to kind of ask how you prepare for matches, because my guess is the higher up in the pyramid, you spend more time looking at opponents and whatnot. So, um, are the engine difficulties with 433 this season making you focus more on kind of what you can do, or how much like opponent work do you do as well?
It depends on sort of where they are also in the table, because the main thing I will look at there, like if I'm say I have a big cup game coming up, but I have an important league game coming up, it's kind of a bit tough. But
Yeah.
it comes down to sort of trying to guess their fitness. Say it's like 3 games in advance, especially for me, like double game days are horrendous because the cups kick off at 3 in the morning. So I can't really, like, it's guesswork for the second game for rotation because they're 6:30. But it pretty much is a try and figure out who are they going to rotate. If they're going to sort of big rotate, I try to rotate with them, but it's a bit tough because like with Castle nowadays, it's sort of if my two main wingers need resting, it's just like the two guys coming on are in their final season and sort of on a parade, and then they die because they're in their last season. So it's quite obvious when I'm going to rotate because those guys, but
Because they're
it's
dead.
quite yeah. So it's like it's always quite nice looking forward in your schedule, because if you've got a scrub, I mean, especially like last few seasons, if you've got a scrub team or like another team that's dead, almost if you've got them coming up in 4 games, working back those 4 games to figure out who you can push through those 4 games, who you can rotate out of the next 3, and then rotate with scrub. Because like I had one today where scrub had guys in the 60s and 70s for fitness already.
Already? Jeez.
Yeah. And it was like a 10-0 win. But it was like the main 11 just got rotated, and as many subs as I can just got put in. And then like I've found having commons in the top teams are actually quite useful, which seems like I don't advise throwing games, but if you ever come up against, and if you're in the cup and you're out, or you're in the cup and you're through in the groups, having these commons where you can just chuck them in and just
Hmm.
fully rest the midfield, so your cycle can then restart all on max fitness again, rather than keeping the fitness going. It's been quite useful because I think I won a game last season in silver. I had a 58 rated striker, and so and won. I won the game 2-1.
It was
And my
against
fifth.
someone everyone knows, isn't it? Wasn't it?
I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't think so. But the 58 striker got a goal and an assist. Yeah. I'm like, yes,
Nailed it.
vindication. Yeah, but it's a lot. I mean, I'm probably quite easy for people to look at because they'll just look in and go, he runs a 4-3-3, he runs a 4-3-3, he runs a 4-3-3. So like he doesn't like I don't change
Mhm.
because I'm not like I've played the game for what must be almost a year, but because everything changes every season, it's not like I've got enough knowledge on how the 4-3-3 works that I can then switch and start spreading my eggs in every basket, because I don't have the squad size to be able to go, if I play 7 games with wide mids, 7 games with wingers, and like 7 games without it, that means those wingers are only getting 7 games a season. My wide mids are only going to get 7 games in a season. I'm like hindering them. So it's like, unless I could get a player that's a left mid that can play right mid, right wing, left wing, and can play any of them, then you could have like flexibility. But I just don't have the budget, want to spend the budget, or just the agency size to be so flexible. Like the top guys can be flexible, because they've, like, the diamond ones have all got squads of 20, 23, 24, that most of their guys have peaked in terms of progression,
Right.
that they can play a few games with players, and it doesn't really matter because the 3 points is still valuable.
And it's a tricky one because nobody's going to loan you decent players to play 6 times in a season.
Yeah. That's the thing. I was looking at left mid, right mids to loan when Kevin said we're heavy propaganda telling me they were the way to go. And it was like 6% for a left mid and a right mid that were like 78 rated. And I went, that's less than my iron sort of average.
Yeah.
And I might play 3 or 4 games from unwillingly just having to do it. So it's like 12% of your sort of seasons at like rev share for 3 games.
Yeah.
I will suffer. I will fight and suffer. That's the way.
So this is the league that we're in. These were the rankings. Jambo's here. So actually, speaking of Jambos, I think you admitted on a stream once that the only reason Jambos is you still have this club is because they won the cup. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. The season before I was going to get rid of them and do a big big changeover. That they won that season, which was like the biggest sort of kick in the nuts you can imagine, because it's like Guelph, Guelph, in Canada. I had to Google where it was. It came up where it was, and it went, it's basically Toronto. And I'm like, why not just give me Toronto? At least I know where that is. Yeah. Like, and then like everywhere else I've got is just Edinburgh, Canberra, or Perth. And I went, fits the sort of the 3 places. It looks clean in the agency that they're all like, all my Canberra ones are branded the same, of like all the ACT ones look quite nice. And then we've just got a random flipping Canada one. And I'm like, but they've won a trophy, so I can't get rid of them.
Why are there 5 Canberra clubs?
There's 8.
8?
But 3 of them are trial clubs and haven't been bought. So I cannot get them. But yeah, I probably spent a bit more than what people at the time would have spent on clubs. Like, it was when they were $40 on average for the floor, and I was spending double. But I now own all of them. So if anyone from Canberra plays this game and wants a piece, $600 and you can have one.
I'm not even sure there are that many New York clubs.
I know there must be. New York will have loads. You'll be surprised. Like Sydney has loads. Like the big cities do have a lot.
Okay. But
some of the places that have clubs, it just makes no sense.
Agreed.
Like Slippery Fish is in the chat. He bought a club, and he sent me the Australian, like, show me where it was from, and it's from like not even a big suburb in Melbourne. It's a suburb, and I'm like, who wants a suburb in Melbourne? Just give them Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I've seen a couple of those, even on like in the US ones, where I'm like, oh, that's not really a city. That's just a neighborhood.
Well, I swapped. Like, I asked Truss, because he had 2 Edinburgh teams, what he would want for one of them, and he went, "Oh, a US city," and I went, any US city? And he went, one that if I look at, I know where it is. And I went, fair enough, because I sent him one and went, guess which state this is in? He had no idea.
No
And
idea.
I went, if the US guy has no idea where this city is, how is anyone else going to know that it's in Oregon? And I'm like, to be fair, name a city in Oregon. And I'm like, I have no idea. So it's like, but so it's quite nice owning a city on MFL. But
Yeah.
yeah, some of them.
I saw a New York one that I wanted recently, or I saw one listed and I was like, oh, great. And then I realized it was in gold and I was like, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan said he thinks New York City has 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, I suppose does New York the state have more, or is New York the state only really going to have?
I don't know. My Empire FC is actually, this says New York. I wonder if there are others that say New York City. They definitely have some. There's at least one from Brooklyn and one from Manhattan, which are just boroughs of New York City.
Yeah, yeah, but at least like Manhattan, at least you've heard of. Like
I've
heard of Manhattan. I've not heard of some of the other US ones that you're like, it's a suburb in a small city that I hadn't heard of anyway. So it's like we're not even talking like Chicago. We're talking smaller cities in Chicago that people don't know, and then we're suburbing those cities.
Yeah, Syracuse. There you go. I just remember that when I joined MFL, they were like, "Where do you want your club?" Like it was one of the content creator deals, and there was no thought of me at all to say like Manhattan. I was just like, no, New York. That's the city. We're supposed to be from the city. Ryan's going to try to get us back on topic here, and said we shouldn't be pigeonholed into running a specific formation or set of formations. We are 12 seasons in and have made no progress on balance. It just shifts from one drastic meta to another. You can guess how Ryan feels about the engine right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I get it from their point of view, why the changes are so drastic, because like if you look at, if I wanted to play properly, I would have had to have bought 30 players that play left mid, right mid, and one that plays left mid, right mid. Like if I would have had to have bought 30 players. Next season it changes again. So imagine a season where wing backs, as much as Jimbo's going to hate it, if that comes popular and that becomes the way to go, everyone's going to be in the market for a left wing back and a right wing back that we're just going to have to buy. And all of a sudden they're just it's almost like they're saying, we're like, wing backs are the way to go, buy this, and then next season wing backs are dreadful, doesn't matter, we've bought them. It's a way of just constantly having an active marketplace by changing what works and what doesn't. It just infuriates the guy. Like I'm really an iron and below sort of manager. It infuriates me because I don't have this, like, I don't want to be spending what I need to spend for these levels. Like to justify it. Like I'm not spending $60 on a left midfielder for iron where my winnings will be 20,000 MFL. I can't justify that.
Yeah.
Like,
I realize this is a weird question to say or to ask because Kev is kind of like victory lapping that he told everybody about the wide mids coming into the season. But do you think so? Wingbacks are kind of an interesting one. Do you think there are enough people who would be testing wingbacks preseason for us to figure out that, oh wait, wingbacks are the key this season?
Like at the top level, probably not, because there's not very many high level ones compared to fullbacks. Right. And lower down's like a bloodbath. Like if you do a random test, if you do a random friendly on your teams, the strength can be, you can play against a team way stronger or a team way less. So it's difficult to get the matchup what you want. Like the training matches, I think I said it on Yorkshire PT or whatever. If the training matches, I could set both teams. Like I know I can play my team, I can play my own teams.
Sure.
But if I could in training take 11 of all players in my agency versus 11 of all, like, so it doesn't have to be team related, it can just be anyone. Then I can set up a proper test.
Sure.
Whereas at the moment, I'd have to set an 11 on, say, the Pandas with the 11 players I want to use, and then to challenge them versus another team with the set 11. And then when I'm done, I'd have to cancel all the contracts and then put them back to where they should be, which is just a lot of work.
Mhm.
Right? But
Stop this
and
wing back.
also, I also think folk would be a bit scared to use wing backs how they should be used, which is basically the Trent role of you start in defense, but I want you just going that way. Just don't even think about defending, just go forwards. But most, like, five at the back, you always just get folk wanting to be really deep and like a proper, like a wall rather than just aggressive.
How do you feel about this right wing back and right mid, one and the same?
I mean, maybe, but I don't have right wings, so I don't have right wing backs, so I mean, it's no use. Or I have a right wing back, I think, because he's the same at right back, and he was the cheapest I could get. But I don't have a left wing back, so it's like I could play like a five at the back if I had a left back but a right wing back, so I could have like a skew rift, like a skew rift defense. But
I run five at the back on one of my teams, and the reason I do that is because I pack them and I can't not play them somewhere, but
yeah,
and I think one of them's like 21, and I was like, the last thing I want is this guy to be the one that skyrockets because I don't want to play five at the back anywhere else. But it's a Spark team that is mostly in the low 60s, and my wing backs are 70 and 71. And I was just like,
yeah,
I hate all of this. I can't figure it out.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you're still psycho like Hoodwink and buy packs and open them. I'm very, like, I done it this season and I got lucky with the rare I opened, but very much I am still on this side of sell them and buy what you want. I don't have the agency size to be able to have the luxury of just opening packs and what I get's what I get.
So I now do both. Like I haven't bought a pack from like a pack drop in a while, but I essentially buy cheaper players on the market to fill holes that are
Yeah,
old, and like maybe I can find a low serial number guy. But the way that I add to my agency now is reward packs, and they're usually uncommon reward packs, even though trust tells me that's like the dumbest thing I could do. But I actually want to victory lap one guy that I had because I got two of the guys that I got preseason have like gone up already. As now I don't find any of them.
no, just put it current season rather than a few days. Yeah, and that'll be easier for you.
This is my, all right. Sorry. I went to a team,
That's
not
all
my
right.
agency here. There we go.
Neat.
So I had this guy who's 21 and is now already just is +2 this season. And I packed him. And then this one I packed and he just went up like the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's okay if you get uncommons as long as they just go up right away.
The thing, what puts me off at the moment is the power creep. Because I can open that uncommon that can sell for like $24 at the moment. And if I get a 65, that's practically spark. And if I get a 74, and if you get 74, that can be iron. Or not iron, that can be stone.
Right.
And you're like, that's such like a gamble of, like, that's 3 divisions you're covering with that one. It's like with the rares, if you get an 84 that's bronze, like an 80, 81, 80, 79 should really be iron, but 75 can be spark. Like, folk are running 75s and sparks. It's like this $100 pack can go from spark to bronze.
Yeah.
Like, it's just such a gamble, but I don't have the luxury of, well, if he's in Spark, oh well, I can just bump folk up. If he's in Spark, it's disaster because then I need to buy someone for Iron and then buy someone for Stone and then I'd
Right.
rather bump. I'd rather be bumping down than bumping up.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
but
Trusted victory lapping, just one guy who hits value is the problem when you rip multiple. Happy for you though. I'll victory lap them all.
yeah.
Shocking here. You ran a 4.33 against me.
Yeah. Well, what we want is we want my cam to have the game of his life, and
Okay.
then Jimbo on his podcast or watch along can also talk about it because it's his play.
Ooh,
Yeah,
sneaky.
yeah. I've had him for. I mean, I must have had Yonkman for. It must be coming up for 5 seasons. I think I've had him.
Pretty much where his progression died.
Yeah, but he's a 77 cam, so I don't need him as a 74. But if you look at his player page and you look at his stats, it's not as if he's doing crap for me. He is doing pretty well. Like season 10,
This is
from Cam, he got 23 and 17.
31 and 8.
Yeah, as a Cam. Like,
Jeez.
and that's season 8. That wasn't even the cutback season. The cutback season, he struggled. He got 5 and 7.
Gosh.
Yeah, like he's been doing well for me.
I'm not going to do the math, but I wonder how many games he's played in MFL. Do we have a total somewhere? No, we don't.
Yeah, you'd have to do the math. But yeah, he's been a very good servant to Jambos and Belko.
Ricky's calling for a 0-0. Why would we want that?
Oh no, it'll be, if I had to guess that, I reckon I'll get about a 1. If it goes well, I reckon I'll get about a 1.3 or 4 XG. You'll get about 2.8 to 3. Because I looked through your last few results and you have been not farming XG, but you've been getting quite a lot. And this is probably the first game we have played where I'm actually not confident. Like if you look at Jambo's form, like it's been a roller coaster of a ride.
Yeah.
And then they'll get weaker as well. And the next time we play will be weaker because I reckon the 79 right center mid will be going up to Belko because that's work the spaces play. And he basically I asked him for like a 32-year-old, and because I've loaned from him before, he was like, "Can you take the young guy? Because I can speak. Like, if in doubt, I can contact you about what to do. And if he progresses, are you okay with him moving up?" And I went, "Yeah, you're filling another hole. Like you're filling, if you want to move him up and you're happy moving a guy down, yeah, I'm more than happy with that." But come on, Yonkman. And it also gives me a reason if Yonkman does rubbish and we lose, it's Jimbo's fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh my gosh, we had extended highlights on. That would have been brutal.
God, we don't want to see more crosses.
Do you think the first crossfield one is midfielder or fullback to fullback?
No, I reckon it'll be you. So I reckon it'll be left mid to right mid if you're doing your 4-2-3-1. Like, where's my pillows?
Game on.
I've got my pillow to start crying in.
Go. Oh,
yeah.
That wasn't any
I mean,
sort of long ball or anything.
I'm happy to concede them. To be fair, but it's not going to be pretty.
Whoa, that was quick.
Come on, big, tall, lanky centre halves. Don't goalie catch it. Don't goalie catch it. At least the goalie didn't catch it.
Oh, catch the cross itself.
Yeah, I think that's got to be up. I don't know what's worse, the crossing or getting a highlight from a corner or a free kick and the goalie catching it. Like,
Agreed.
I've seen enough of them that it's like, can I just skip?
Can I
It looks like I'm Arsenal.
unsubscribe for these from these types?
Yeah. No, don't get
Oh,
counterattacked.
no.
End the highlight. Jesus, how long is that highlight?
What were we even highlighting? I'm not sure the ball got into the box. What is it?
Oh, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There's the cross. Oh,
That was my striker.
Ping pong. We've got
That was my striker going all the way to my right back. 15 yards back away from goal.
Yeah. Oh. To be honest, I'd probably take a 1-0. Keep my goal difference. What? Here it goes. And now your attempt. Come on, look, the left wing's open. The left mid's open.
Wide open. There it is.
Yep. And like, I'm not sure if it's
through.
Is it a good sign that we're predicting them? Before the highlight starts, we're telling you what's going to happen.
Right.
But well, it looks like in the mid-season, 3 Legos will be coming in.
Nope.
Like, it's just long ball season. Look at this. That was first time.
It was a bicycle.
The cross. No, the cross. Go back to the cross.
Oh, the cross, yeah.
From a throw-in, does he first time this facing the wrong direction?
Let's see.
All I'm saying, right? Watch the guy who passes this. Does he pass it facing the throw-in? All right. What number was it? 22. What's his passing? All right. This will just justify what we're saying. If this is not 99,
86.
it's not. Is 86 the answer for reverse crosses first time from a throw-in? Like, what are we playing?
It was actually a bicycle cross to a bicycle goal. Whoa. That was right back to left mid. Oh.
It's so cross heavy. But see, the issue is now that we're pointing this out, as you're saying, like someone pointed out to you, like now we're pointing it out, this is all everyone is going to see now when they now watch it because they're actively looking for it.
Sure.
But yeah, there's a chance. Like if your guys keep going, your title push is easily on the charge.
Watch yourself. I think I was projected 8th.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, like you've figured out what to do.
What was that? Hold on.
I'm saying it's all this is all you, no help from anyone else.
No, it's full credit to Sid.
No, can't give. I mean, look at his diamond season. He's like 8th, so he probably doesn't know what he's doing.
Sid just knows how to win in stone. That's all.
Yeah. Have you checked his teams? No wonder he knows how to win in stone.
Low blow. I am forever grateful to Sid.
Oh, I find it funny when
this wasn't even just now, but
I'm in there like in a chat with him, and it's just so entertaining waking up when it's like pre-season, seeing their teams, because I'm like, yeah, I can probably fit a 77, maybe 76 in my iron squad as rotation, and then I see their iron squad and it's like 87's their lowest, and I'm like, yeah. No.
My favorite was Bob, who Bob's farm team is winning the league that Patron Saints are in. And I was like, oh, that's like the highest that all of us have. All the highest players we have are in one team, and it's Bob's farm team. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a different game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My favorite one is still, I wake up and they're talking about like $50 a season's good value, like for a player. Like and I'm like, I look for like $2 to $3 as good value. It's like
I've done that. Like, do I want to spend $5 per season on a player? And I'm like, not really.
Yeah, not when the rewards in ice, when the rewards are like 3,000 MFL, do I really want
Right.
to spend? Yeah. And you're like, no, can I go back to, like I sent you a screenshot of maybe a few weeks ago of like I had nothing to watch, so I watched your like getting into MFL video. And you pull a 64 rated uncut like limited, and your whole chat's like, yeah, this is like low stone, good ice player. And I'm like,
Yep.
I wish that was the case.
Good old days.
Yeah, I wish that was the case. Winning Spark with 50s, 55s.
Oh my, what is that?
Yeah. Who got the assist? Wait, please look at this. Oh, what a long ball into a shot. What a pass from the left back with what, 65 passing?
78 back.
78 pass. That's still not, still shouldn't be exactly pinging that. But my right centre half looks like he's shafting me with a 4 point. I can't quite figure out how to get the back line all point.
What are we
I
doing?
can't figure out the back line to play well. There's always someone slacking,
Mm.
which is a pain. Especially like my top and like when I play with Castle, we won a game and I had don't shoot from the free kick. But like we played a game and it was like my left back had like a 7, my right back had a 7, my left centre back had like a 6.3, and then my right centre back had like a 4. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, you're told to just pass it to the fullbacks. What are we doing? But yeah, it's like even the centre mids, I can never get both centre mids to really do well unless I'm playing a team with like 20 fitness and I just walk over them.
Yeah.
Tell you what, my XG guess here is on the ball.
The one thing that I had pointed out to somebody recently is that I don't like that XG doesn't take defender positioning, because
Yeah.
I would have one that's like 0.6 XG, but it was blocked. And it's like, it can't be that high if the player is right there to block it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's XG is just I think like not firing shots at anyone in the top, but I think XG at the top higher divisions, people use it as a way to I should have won this because of
Yeah.
this. Because
Can we talk
in
about how
one of
narrow this goal was, by the way? No?
yeah, but we've also there's been 3 and what half of them have been long balls.
No.
Yeah, you're backwards crossing mine.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're right.
Yeah. So half of them, 50% of the goals have been long balls. But like in what I was saying, it's like in Castle, I played a guy and I won by like 2, and he had like 3.5 XG to my 1.5. And he had 40, it was like 40 shots, but 23 of his 23 of his shots were outside the box.
Oh, that's
And I'm like,
that's absurd.
yeah, but I'm like, no wonder you've got high XG because you're just pinging it when you get inside the sort of the atmosphere. You're not actually getting close to the goal.
By the way, that was one of my wide mid who just got sent off.
Yeah, good. Have a break. Play a narrow formation. See how you go. Was it also a straight red? Because that was
Yeah, it was.
seemed,
I'm
seemed
pretty
quite
sure
a
it was.
harsh red.
Oh no,
No,
double yellow apparently. When was the
yeah.
other one? I mean, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 yellow cards I've gotten.
But yeah, it's just one. And I mean, those again, that yellow card's something I wish you could change because if my guy gets a yellow card in the first few minutes, it's pretty much a when's he getting sent off, not a use your head, you've been booked, don't kick someone. Like the amount of times you get a yellow and then 2 minutes later you get another yellow and you're like, oh, well, that's either head loss or Like, let me match plan him, so if he
Yeah.
gets a yellow card, he doesn't become a psychopath. Or like,
Let's turn the aggressiveness down a little bit.
yeah, like that's what I thought match plans would be, rather than like let me alter individuals rather than let me
Yeah.
alter the team, because
Uh-oh.
set piece FC.
Squeaky bum time here. No more highlights, please. What do we think? 5 extra minutes?
No, we'll go 3. We'll go 3, but there'll be like no highlights. Or 4.
Yeah, 4.
But there'll
I'll
be
still take no
no
highlights. Thank you
highlights.
very much.
I mean, if you could get 0.5 XG, I actually almost predicted
Yeah, you
the
did.
XG to
Yeah,
go
you
up.
did.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't farm much, but the chances I get are normally quite good. But yeah, look at the right center half. Just
What was he doing?
Yonkman didn't play well either. But like, my entire team's on low long shots. Why have I got 4 from 40 yards?
Yeah. 3 of them blocked, no less.
Oh, it's like the damn Yonkman, man. Jimbo, have words.
Oh, was that? Oh, I didn't even notice. It was 2 of his.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was expecting defeat, but I'll be honest. But
Hamez, am I the greatest MFL manager ever?
yeah, it's all you. Can't wait till you're out the league now. And you're going to have to deal with Iron. So I'll see you in Stone season 14.
Joint first. Kind of.
Yeah, Ricky's number 1. I think he's cannonball. And I much preferred when he was also not stacked, like when he had a weaker team. Much preferred them.
Yeah, he was in that ice league too.
Yeah, but like me and him have a funny game last season. It was the final game of last season before the playoffs that I was going to throw because I didn't want to.
And a tear break on my goalie after
Very
giving up
nice.
2 goals.
Yeah, he made a few saves though. How big is he? He's big as well, so that's a nice one. Like I put for the absolute shits and giggles, I've put one of my like 73 rated and one of my 73 goalies in a low team because he's 5'5". So it's like fully expect him to do rubbish, but he's with guys way lower than him. But he's 73 rated, but he's 5'5". So it's like you probably won't save much, but you're coming up against crap. So I don't I'm not expecting you to do anything.
Was it you who said you're like convinced that height matters for goalies more than they let on?
I think it does, because if it didn't mean anything, it doesn't need to be on the card.
Right. Well, I mean, they're on
Like,
all of them though.
Yeah, and like I find I score corners with my slightly bigger people. I don't score many corners. I don't score many free kicks when there's 5'6" guys going for headers. And like if I don't know, it feels like for goalies, there's nothing on the card bar height. It must mean something, or else there is no like we don't get to see kicking on a goalie. So that clearly they're saying that doesn't matter. We don't get to see like handling. We don't get to see speeds. That doesn't matter. But then why does a 75 goalie that's tall do better than a 75 rated goalie that's small?
Yeah.
Like if they're the exact same and everything's the same, why is a taller goalie doing better? Like I think that was part of the. It's interesting because Bob last season struggled. His main goal is 5'5", but this season his 5'5" goal is just turned into flipping like a spider. So it's like it seems to be so almost engine orientated on like, does foot matter? Does their strong foot matter, weak foot matter?
Do you have free kick or corners set up based on foot?
I mean, I've tried. I had in swingers, I had out swingers, and you won't guess what happens majority of the time. Come on, try and guess.
Does it go the wrong way? They basically
No, it
like
goes straight to the goalie. The goalie comes out and goes, catch. I in-swing it, the goalie goes, catch. I outswing it to the edge of the box, the goalie comes out and goes, catch. And I'm like, at this point, kick it to the center half.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't even put it in the box. And the goalie will still come out and catch the ball. But it's
I mean, based on how the engine is, you're probably, I don't even want to say you should short corner, but yeah, like essentially just 20 yards back and let that guy send it to the other wing.
Yeah, let me cross it in from further back where the defense goes sort of confused.
Right.
Some of it just doesn't make sense. Like, because I've got, like, Castle's got the best players I've ever used. Like, last season I had 99 passing, 99 dribbling on one of my center mids. Right? I had him on corners and the goalie's still catching it. And I'm like, he is peaked at passing and I mean dribbling so much, but he cannot get better at passing, and he is passing it to the goalkeeper. On in-swingers, on out-swingers, it doesn't matter. It's going straight. And I'm like, if he's doing it, why should I expect things from like my lower guys? But like that and direct free kicks, like you've seen Yonkman had 2 there. Have you seen a direct free kick go in this season?
Maybe.
Like, there's been none in Diamond. There was 4 last season in all of Diamond. Like, at this point, I would rather if I get a direct free kick from 40 yards, don't shoot. Let me tell him not to shoot.
Right.
If it's on the box, like if it's in the little D of the box, I don't mind. Shoot then. But why are we shooting from 35 yards? Why? I've got Modesto and Castle with 94 shooting, and it's still he shoots and it goes straight into the wall or 5 yards wide, and I'm like, just don't shoot.
Just don't shoot.
Pass it. Yeah. I would rather pass it and keep the ball than potentially allow a counterattack.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just some of the games interesting, some of the games confusing. Yeah, ask Jimbo if nationality matters and why French folk go like this with their progression.
So it's funny you say that. The left back that I have on this team is French.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any Americans? They're nice flat line.
There's my goalie.
That doesn't work.
There we go.
Yeah, so there's Americans in French, so we figured it out. They've got to keep the Americans happy.
This is my other American that's not so great.
Yeah, see if he was French, just French, you're looking like this.
He kind of looks French too.
He's 87 if he's French. You know, it's just unlucky. We're all looking at age, where it's actually the flag we should be looking at.
Now I'm really curious, like if the nationality of my
we start propaganda of why French.
No, okay.
Yeah.
This makes me
plus 22 French.
Yeah, my second highest is Australian though.
Yeah, he's like the one Australian to do well. But yeah. But I'm on. Yeah, you've done quite because I've been on all right form. I've beaten Monkey so far, beaten Bruce, beaten Mr. K. So I've done all right against people, but I just cannot figure out Jambo's to save me. Like, because I think like your team's not that like you've not. I'll give you like your 9's not stacked, so I can't. I'm not moaning at that, but I didn't strengthen them. They were exactly it's the exact same squad as last season.
Yeah, I was projected 10th based on.
Yeah.
I think I just got lucky with like the way that my
No.
team is set up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, in a way, have I been lucky when I joined that 4-3-3 has been quite strong? If
Mm.
I'd have joined and had have gone like a Jimbo, I went 3-5-2, and every season is pain. Like Jimbo's not running 3-5-2, or at least the one game I watched the Wyverns play this time was a four at the back.
I didn't know
So
that.
it's like, yeah, he ran a four, he ran something with four at the back, and he won 2-1. But
Okay.
it's just as much as like I know Monkey said he wants to make sure the 4-3-3 can work, but if you look at Diamond's fixtures and results and formations, a lot of them have gone wide mids.
Mm.
And like the last 2 seasons, a lot of folk were going wingers. So it's like it's the trickle effect. Like if the guy, like I know the benefit of watching Diamond has been for me is I can see what works at the top level, and if it works at the top level against the best defense, then I should be able to get it to work when I'm coming up against people in sparking what ice with 35 pace center halves. I should be able to do the same. Whereas, yeah, this season 4-1-3-2s heavily used, 4-4-2s heavily used, the 4-2-3-1s somewhat used.
4-1-4-1.
Yeah, and all of these have something very much in common. But
Winning?
I mean that and LMRMs. Like Bob won with the narrow in one of his games, not to expose secrets, but he did put in like our chat going, didn't mean to run that. That was a mistake.
Wow.
So like he ran that and he admits he got lucky. But yeah, just yeah, like even like Dio, I don't know how you say his full name. He was a 4-3-3 defense religiously. I've watched Diamond 2.5 seasons now. The first 2 seasons, that was all he played. He's now switched. XDIX was a 4-3-3A. He's switched. So it's like these guys that were sets and slightly change.
Have you tried the 4-2-4?
I don't have enough strikers. I only have 2 strikers in my squads to rotate through. But it's just like it's always interesting when like if these top guys that religiously work with one formation have binned it off and working on like they've changed their entire sort of philosophy for this season. We're not talking about we're not talking wide mids being useful in the lower divisions when like like I won 10-0 with the 4-1-2-2 narrow today against a wide midfielders, but then his team's dead. And it's like you don't get that in the top divisions.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just always interesting when you see such a change. Because yeah, I would say this is like the most different like I've had or I can remember playing.
So like
And
the change coming into last season though seemed pretty significant for some people. Bob specifically actually was the one who was the most vocal about it.
yeah, because what was interesting is Bob was the only one. Bob got hammered, like hit hard last season. Like he scored something like 40 goals in Diamond less than the season before. But Sid figured it out, and he struggled, but then figured it out. Just like Bob was the only one I could see that didn't figure it out. Like I came fourth in Iron with Belco, and at the start of the season I went like loss. But slowly figured out this season very much doesn't seem like there's a figure it out. It's a switch or you'll struggle.
So are you choosing to struggle?
Yeah, I'm choosing to struggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. as I said with the first time I did Jimbo's one, it's Amarin style. It's just what do you mean I can change? No, I can hope.
Yeah. Is
Like,
there, like, how drastically have you changed tactics to just,
well, from last season, it's every player is different to last season,
yeah,
and the team instructions are slightly different to last. I mean, I've ran 50, 60 friendlies on high compactness, 50, 60 friendlies on low compactness, and it's still the same, just
hmm.
struggle season. But only 4 more weeks. Stay up. That's all that matters.
And then just hope that it gets neutered
It
back.
changes. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Because what's difficult, Jambos are in a difficult position of, if they get relegated, they'll come up because they are going to be the second team in like in my team's pyramid. So in next season, in what would I be ice? They'll have 80 rateds
Yeah.
in ice, so they'll go back up. But they don't. They're not. They're never going up. Like I came third last season. In the playoffs, I had 4 or 5 45 rateds, so I lost because I don't want them, because I don't have enough to do 2 iron teams. Like I don't have enough to do 1 iron team. I have quite a lot of loans in Belco, and like the season Belco came second in the playoff, like second then in the playoffs. Every playoff game was a hate watch because I wanted to lose because I don't have enough to get into bronze.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it came to I lost the playoff final, and I was celebrating my team losing because they are like iron is where they want. I want to sit them in iron. I want to sit Jambos in stone. I want it, and then a few teams in ice, a few teams in spark, and basically just work the pyramid of players will eventually get to the top. They'll drop off. If they progress too good, I let them go because I can't. I don't have the budget for bronze and above, really.
Yeah.
Like Hoodwink's team's too good for iron. Is Edinburgh Castle, but it's not because of power creeps. Not strong enough for bronze. So he goes. He goes up from iron down in bronze
Mm-hmm.
because unless he takes, like, he doesn't like doing rev share. I don't mind, but I would have to give Belco, maybe would have 1 or 2 players as subs that I would be able to have. Like I've got an 83 centre back who would probably be rotation, and an 83 goalie that would be like your sub goalie. You're then looking at buying 16 Legos to sort of do well. Like that's not cheap.
Just do it. Yeah. Just come on. Just do it.
I mean, there would have been temptation, but I've just had to buy flights home, and let's just say that's maybe put a slight dent on MFL budget and Sora 27 budget.
These are just excuses. That's all I hear.
Yeah, I wish it was excuses, but there's a big hole left.
Yeah. I think the way that I see my agency is just the top I can do is to get to iron and then just get relegated back down.
Yeah.
Like I was one point away from staying in iron last season, but I think that's the best I can do.
See, I reckon you would have done all right in iron, but your team lacked pace last season. Like that's the one thing I said to you when
Yeah.
you messaged me your squad thing, because your highest paced player was like 78, and it was your left back.
Yep.
So it's like at least like my front three in iron, I think of all high 80s. I think maybe.
Yeah, they can't keep
So
up
it's just,
with that.
yeah. And then my defense are actually as fast as your strikers,
Mhm.
whereas normally they're always a bit slower, and it's like the physical, which is I think why you slightly struggled. But I mean that's also when you went down and you said you weren't going to loan folk out, is why I messaged you and went, your goalie could do good in iron, because I was like, I need a goalie for Belco, and if I don't want to buy one, I'll happily loan one. And you're like, no, I'm going to keep him. And I'm like, I would bump him up. You put him to patron saints, and he's now a Lego. So
yes.
you can I think it's fair to say it's justified bumping him up to iron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
So
not that I thought one 84 rated goalie would get me back up, but I was like, it certainly is better than the
Oh yeah,
74 rated goalie I have. So
I've noticed. I mean, Belco's had quite nice. Like they've had a really nice schedule in terms of. I don't think Belco have played second, third, fourth, or fifth yet. Like they have just played. Like they have played the guys like lower down. But this is the first I bought a goalie because I've always been used. I've either loaned one in or struggled. But 77 was my highest goalie I'd used in Iron. I've now got an 83. I've noticed that I've conceded 3, like before today's game, which I'll probably lose now I'm speaking about it. But I'd conceded 3 goals in 7 games.
Yeah.
Because I've actually got a goalkeeper that's for the level.
Yeah, I think goalkeeper is one of those positions that we all, or a lot of us, are just like, oh, but having a good one is so helpful.
Yeah. And it's the one formation that I also find like infuriating though, because if I have my right center back will probably have just like against you today had a really bad rating, but match report will be he lost a load of duels or didn't do very well. So you can justify it. A goalkeeper can drop a 4. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
The game's just decided he is dropping a 4. And it's infuriating because there's just like it can be a really close game. They can have 0.1 XG and score. You can have 4 XG, their goalie can drop a 9, your goalie can drop a 4, and there's nothing you can do. And it's like the game has just decided in their sort of calculations, you're not scoring, they are scoring, your goalie's dropping a 4, and it's like honestly infuriating. Right. But it's why I won't captain a goalie because I don't know what it does.
Helps everybody else.
No, yeah, it gives them +2 physical. But like it says, like a +2 overall on a goalie does what? What is the benefit of a plus? Like, does it?
It makes them 2 inches taller.
I mean, if it told me that, I would do it. I would probably do it. But like it's just wing it. Yeah, on the new engine. So I played Laird on the old engine. You see, typical. They updated it. They updated it after the game.
Yeah. I called them and I told them just to wait until after our match.
I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather just struggle so I have a reason to struggle because now if I don't do well. But that's just wingers might be back. I bloody hope so. Castle could really do with wingers being back. But
I would like to sign up for team no thanks on the wingers being back. So that's all.
Oh, like it shows you how much I like wide mids when with Goal Rush, not Goal Rush, or maybe it was Goal Rush, which we got the 4-season uncommon pass. I've stuck a right mid that I packed this season in the dev center for 4 seasons because I was like, even if he's good, I don't have a left mid, so I'm not going to loan in a left mid. Dev center, see how he does.
How's he doing?
In 4 seasons, I don't think he's had anything. So justifies using the free pass, so I don't have to see his face.
He must not be French.
Yeah, or Italian because I don't know if you've seen like because you speak to Palmer a bit, do you not, with your other podcasts? Yeah, he's got a boy he is taking some sort of illegal substance.
Ooh.
He had I've never seen it on a player. If you click on a stat and it says +12
this season,
this season it says +12 on his recent development on a stat. I went, I've not seen that. I've seen +4, +5, +12.
Now I got to pull it up.
He is going to what you would say the moon.
No, you're wrong. He's +16.
No. Yeah, but if you click on his name, so the card pops up, and then hover over defense.
Oh, that's just recent progression.
That recently he has gained +12. Like if you just go through daily, like if you click on the progression and do last day, last 2 days, last 3 days, it's 7 or 8 stats a day every day he's been getting. Like if you go through day, look.
You're just +2 overall today, but +3 defending
and a tier break.
Oh yeah. Plus
Plus
6
6.
defending in 2 days. Plus 9 and 3. Plus 10 and 4. My God.
Yeah, and that's just off training because he's dev center.
Right.
Like, so you only get, and it's just like, I don't know if you know the user. It's like, I don't know if you've seen it. It's like Clem, or like he's got like an exclamation mark in his name, and he normally buys like guys that are progressing. I mean, I don't know. Like, he messaged asking, like, is he for sale? I forwarded it to Parma, and Parma went like, for $1,000. So I replied to him. I replied slightly nice and was like, Parma wants to ride this one out. His price is probably over what a sensible person would pay. And he replied going, all right, fair enough. Then he's like, I think yesterday he replied going like, out of curiosity, how much is it? And I'm like, you don't want me to tell you. You're not spending $1,000 on a 55 rated right back. But yeah, it'll be interesting because at the pace he's going, he'll be an uncommon by the end of the season.
Yep.
And I started at 42.
That's
or
crazy.
44. Yeah. 44, which is just nuts. But it's why you do it. It's eventually one. If you get enough comments, eventually one will go.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it, because I'm like, I don't want to wait for the eventually, or maybe.
Yeah, but you either need to constantly send like 30, 40 a season into dev, or do a trust where you've got enough clubs that if one goes, you can move them up at half season. And then the difference is trust will use them. If I had someone like that, once they get above iron, they pretty much have to go. Because I think the best player I've had is 89 rated now. I left back that I sold to Sid because I was like, 84 is really too high for my iron team. And I'm just kind of hindering it. And then my right back that I bought for $20 progressed from 77 to 84 in one season. So I was like, I bought this guy thinking I'm going to have him in iron for 3-4 years next season, and I don't have him, and I'm looking for a right back again. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I want you to progress just 1 or 2 a season.
Yeah. Sorry for your explosive progression.
Yeah. I want you to progress really high at the start, go from spark to ice to stone in like 1-2 seasons, but then really slow down so I can actually use you in iron.
Right.
But I mean, it's been nice because those two guys have recouped a decent, like a hell of a, like they've recouped a lot of actually what like transfers going to bring folk in. Because obviously they've just been progressing up the way. So it recoups a lot. But yeah, it's been difficult this season. This season's difficult, but we hope for a change. If not, Jambo's in 8th. I would take, if you offered me 8th today, probably take it. Folk disagree, but I mean, even Belco won every game. But I haven't checked today, probably lost. But if you offered them 7th, we'd take it, because just keeping them in the division and just churning is all I want. I'm not going to strengthen. I'm not going to strengthen. I'm not going to spend loads. Just win a few games, lose a few games. Even knock me out in the cup, because I don't like. I've got more teams, but I want less games.
Right.
Because as nuts as this sounds, I'm having today. I've had last night I had to do teams for the cup at 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, and then I mean some of the teams I could have changed, but then I have to guess the next game for fitness reasons.
Right.
For that one, and then the staff league's twice a day with one of the teams I've got. They've got 2 games a day every day anyway, but their games are at 3:30 and 7. So if I'm not awake by 7, I have to, or 5 to 7, I have to then do. It's just so much work the day before trying to do fitness. But it's going to be weird going to the UK and having everything flipped.
Yeah. Waiting all day.
I quite like my training is at 7, like at night. And it's like during dinner, I go have dinner, I come back, training's finished. And then I wake up. I wake up to matches. Rollover day is superb because rollover day starts at 10 p.m. So I go to bed, I wake up and I see retirements.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't I'm not sitting there like this going, please don't retire, please don't retire. Yeah. So it's like everything's actually quite nice. Just the double game days are horrendous half the year because everything moves forward. Like we're half eight at the moment, but we're soon going to be moving our clocks. Like we're going to be moving our clocks, yeah, or yeah, forward, yeah, which means all the games move an hour earlier.
Right.
Which mean
Yeah.
Yeah, which means like my iron game, like my spark games become half five, my cup games become half two. So it's like I can't even watch games live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Diamond becomes 7 in the morning, I think. Or like 7, 8 in the morning, Diamond comes, and it's just like, yeah, then it's horrendous for rotation, for
Right.
watching, for doing anything because the time zone just absolutely fist you. But I'm happy to accept that because the weather here is much better.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Oh, but yeah, you can celebrate your Empire 9. Um, we now have a 12-0-2 record. So I'll
As
probably
far as
get
I'm
abused.
concerned, I'm undefeated in the last one games that we've played. Not
Season
even,
last season.
not even undefeated. I've won every single one of our last one games.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, I just haven't quite figured out the jambos yet, and I think I said it to Sid, Kevin, Bob that I was going to struggle this season when 2 games in, I had drawn and lost, and you'd beaten both the guys that had beat me. And I was like, that's never a good sign. And it's never a good sign when the folk that do well against me, you then like even on stats. I'm not even saying you go like you didn't get lucky against them. You trounced one of the guys. So it's like your setup is just far more favorable.
Mm-hmm.
And my stubbornness is genuinely my stubbornness is what's kind of screwed me this season because I did look at left and right mids because Kev went, oh, I got off for $40. He got a guy that's retiring in 2 seasons, and I'm like, I can't just like that's all good because I think that's silver or whatever. But like, if we're in iron, like if me and you're in iron, and 20,000 MFL is the best we can get. If
Yeah.
that's for like 21 is for second place, I've got a guy who's going to win the league. I can't justify spending $10 a season on a player when 20,000 MFL is my jackpot.
Sure.
Like it just became the power creep and wide mids they've come at quite a bad time. As 2 seasons ago when the power creep wasn't as nuts, I would have maybe gone for it because 77s could have done well on iron, but not when I'm looking at 81, 82s, ideally for left and right mids, that if I don't want them being 37 years old, I'm looking at $50, $60.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, well, I'm going to be in pain.
I think we're going to look back on season 12 and you're just going to affectionately look at it as the outlier season where you were like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
hopefully just
that was the one time Laird beat me after
no,
our.
just yeah, just even it'll be interesting come the end of last seasons because I have season 10 and season 11's goals stats for Diamond of like how the goals are scored. Like you can see the sheet like at points because it's the same Google Doc. I've just updated it to like season
Yeah,
12,
yeah.
and you can see that season 10 was quite cutback heavy. Like 42% of goals in Diamond were cutbacks.
Jeez.
And we are now in season 12, 46% of goals in Diamond have come from a long ball / cross. And yet the cutbacks got crucified
Right.
and crosses are like we're getting praised. And we're like, we're actually not like season 11 had a good variety of goals through everything. Like
Mhm.
season 12 was actually the most balanced in terms of cutbacks from dribbles into the box, from through passes, from a few long balls. That was quite balanced. Whereas this season is Well, it's like season 10's gone, like they've got season 10's engine and gone like this, and like completely just rotated everything around. And it's like, just wish there was a better way to test the engines than the week before, like the 2 weeks before.
Hmm.
Because I said to Sid, I've said to Sid, Kevin, Bob, if me and you are in the same league and we are second and third and have the chance to win the league, we're not going to go in and do preseason like experimental engine change like testing because we're in a title fight. If my team's 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, or in a relegation fight, I'm not going to do experimental testing because my team might get relegated.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at what? You're looking at 5th, 6th, 7th, maybe in the league. If I can't go up and I can't go down, I might then do preseason testing or like experimental testing. So it's like you've got such like you're not no one's going to be testing really that's in a title fight or relegation. And if you're in the middle, you're not really going to be testing for mid-season, like next season either, because you're like I'm in mid-table.
Yeah, what are you gonna? Yeah.
I'm yeah, I'm just chalking the next 3 weeks up. Like you probably should test if you're mid-table because you've got nothing to play for. But those mid-table teams might have cup runs, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm not like I want to keep going for the cup. And so I think they're in a real struggle of you almost want to be testing 2 seasons engines time. Like we want to have been testing season 11 during season like end of season 9
Right.
when they were keeping the same engine. Because then you've got
Do you think enough
like the
people would
tac
test though, knowing it was like
I think
seasons ahead?
I think if the rewards were good, you I think you would,
Yeah.
especially because I went not like I didn't do any of the bug reviewing or whatever that they were like because they said they had like the bug review reward system. And I went, if I found a game breaking bug, I got 500 MFL. So it's like a game breaking bug, I can't get a common play. If I went, you'd almost be better if you found a game breaking bug to not say anything, figure out what causes it, and almost try and abuse
And
it in the
exploit it. Yeah.
season. Yeah. Whereas, say they went a game breaking bug, you get an MFL T-shirt. How many more folk do you reckon would go? Okay, now I want to actually because I get something or MFL socks. A pair of socks with MFL branded on it isn't going to cost much to make, but Foco want it. Like Jimbo flaunts his MFL t-shirt on streams, on watch-alongs because you've got it. So it's like I think if the prizes were good, a lot more folk would do it if the prizes were actually worth the time.
Yeah. That's fair. Maybe they will.
Like almost a preseason like a preseason tournament could be quite good. Like you know what the Masters, like
Mhm.
the Masters, if they had that style, maybe not with that style of cash, but if they had that style of tournament when there's like MFL stuff up for grabs on the new engine,
Right.
you're going to get hell of a lot of games for them data wise that they can go. Oh, in our 6,000 matches we've now got, we can see this doesn't work or this doesn't work or this doesn't work, rather than I don't know how many games to get on the experimental engine, but I can't imagine it's going to be in the thousands.
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why there's always like the big issues always come out the first couple games of the season when they get so much data from the 40 however many games a day happen. So she said they need some sort of they almost need to say and the engines are every 2 seasons. And then
I would like to see them do that more often.
yeah. Because if they came out and said every engine is 2 seasons, at the end of the first season, there's an experimental engine tournament for the like
Yeah.
season 12 or like season yeah. That way I think you would then get a lot more engagement, you'd get a lot more feedback, you'd get a lot more sort of they would get a lot more notes on what works, what doesn't work, what needs changing, what's game breaking, what's not game breaking. And then just offer offer everyone that wins one of the tournaments, whatever division, an MFL t-shirt. If you come second, you get socks, like as the runner-up prize. That way, a lot more folk, or even custom pitch designs. Folk would go like rapid play. Folk went nuts for rapid play when you got the custom pitch, you got the custom kit design. Yeah. People hate missing out. Almost lean into lean it. Like if you look at like Sora in a way, one of the ones that gets the most sort of interest is the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you get there, you get VIP tickets, you get like the expense paid. Because you can't just go out and get that.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's not a tier 2 card that's a DMP Daegu 5th choice goalkeeper. Like give something people actually can do in real life, and you'll get a lot more people wanting to do it.
I feel
So
that.
it's just, yeah, I reckon there'd be a lot more interest in these things, especially like, and then they could do a content creator league that runs alongside the leagues, and have you in it, have Nep in it, have Work for Space in it, have the Ramble Boys in it, have the Yorkshire Tea Boys,
Yeah.
have Jimbo in it. Okay, and then if you guys are posting content on it, and at the end, whoever wins gets a prize to give, a physical prize to give, say it's 5 t-shirts to give out to folk on your stream. You're just constantly just engaging with real life things that folk will want, rather than 250 MFL. So it's like, yeah, I have to find 3 bugs to find a common play. Like you're rewarding me with a common. So it's just not quite worth the time at the moment.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it's just, I mean, that's my point of view. Other people might think like they don't have to give anything, which they do. They don't have to give anything either. I just think you're not going to get much engagement.
Well, that's all it is. Yeah, you're doing it in order to encourage the engagement.
Yeah.
For the
Even
end
if they did,
you're trying to work on to improve.
Imagine a Goal Rush event on the experimental engine in the community sort of side of what Goal Rush was. Think how much interaction and sort of involvement that we get, because I don't think Hoodwink slept during Goal Rush.
I'm not sure he ever sleeps, to be honest.
Yeah, Goal Rush started at 4 a.m. my time, and Hoodwink was playing games the whole of my like I went. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sitting at Bondi in the sun, and then I refresh the homepage, and it's like Edinburgh Castle's playing Goal Rush, and I'm like, it's 3 a.m. What do you mean he's playing Goal Rush? And then 4 a.m. he's playing Goal Rush, and I'm like, my God, this the engagement is through the roof.
Yeah.
Like imagine that's on the experimental engine, how many games you're getting. Like if this engine was on Goal Rush, how many people would have been able to figure out those 70-yard diagonals are the way to go?
Right.
And then they could have made a change before season started of like reducing how often the players do it, how often it works, how often the accuracy is.
Or we just love it and we keep it forever. No?
You'll say this, but ready in a week's time, you'll message me going, I scored another cross today. Or no, in fact, it'll be, I won 5-0. 2 of them weren't crosses. And I'll be like, that's proving my point.
I'm just going to send you every non-cross goal and pretend that that's just all of them.
Yeah, and then I'll quit full time, and you'll win like 4-0, and the other 3 you'll be like, oh, don't look at them. Yeah. I don't want
your own goals. Yeah. You don't even just because.
Because I think for like the Ramble do it because Hoodwink can do late streams, but people don't realize that this streams at like time at the moment is actually useful for the UK boys because it's 8:30, 8 o'clock at night. They've done dinner. It's actually not a bad time. But I mean, not wanting to embarrass him or anything, but Sid is a big fan of yours, and would like to speak to you if you ever want to have Sid on as a guest. So
I owe Sid a lot.
Yeah. So I will give Sid his little shout out because I said I'm speaking to you. So he said he would love to speak to you and have a chat. So,
Well, that's fun because I would love to speak to Sid. Sounds like the next. I already know who the next guest is. Sweet.
yeah. Sid, you're welcome.
There you So yeah, I have to go because it is a weird time for me. My kids got home from school like an hour ago. I don't even know what they're doing, to be honest. Hopefully, I haven't heard the smoke alarm go off. I think all is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I might be better not knowing.
It's a good point. Good point. But Hamez, it was great to finally get you on a stream. I'm glad that you can now check off the last one that you've been on. We're going to just need more MFL content creators to pop up so you can be on new streams.
Well, there might be one tomorrow.
I don't even know what tomorrow is. Well, it's Friday for you. Are you counting? Is that? I guess tomorrow.
That's Friday night UK. Friday night UK. My Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, there may be one with more of me. I'm afraid for people, but with Sid, Bob, Kev, and Brian.
Whoa.
So,
are you hosting this?
Potentially, but I think, I mean, we're still on stream, so I don't mind saying it. There's a potential of, there's a potential of it'll be us 4 or 5 as a core. And then if David's available from Ramble, it'll be like I think we've called it, I mean, the group chat's 4 tacticians and an analyst. So if you can guess which one I am, but yeah. It'll be like the 4 tacticians and an analyst on the Ramble, or the 4 tacticians in Ramble when with Jim. If David can do it and Jimbo can, or with any of the Yorkshire Tea boys, or if they can't do it,
wow,
and you want to speak to us, like we could have an MFL with Laird, 4 tacticians and an analyst like podcast, or if Ryan wants to have a shot, because I keep having a go at Ryan because he is he's slacking on the Meet the Manager, and I miss hearing Ryan in my ears.
Oh no, the good, the bad, and the ugly. There we go. You guys can decide who's who.
Well, I'm on some of the signs. On one of the pictures, I'm sitting under the bad, and on one of the signs, I'm sitting under the good. So if those are the 3 options, I've got the 2 all right ones.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all.
But
Hamez, good game today.
Yeah,
I'm glad I can finally get closer to 12 wins. It's got to be one at a time. So maybe I'll catch up one day. I doubt
that's the thing. I've got 4 seasons to wait, or maybe 5 when you get promoted and you're not in my league anymore.
We'll see. Thank you, sir. Great to talk to you. Thank you to everybody who was joining live, everybody who was watching back. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Good luck with all the matches for a while, and don't forget to go outside.